All right, last year we launched our Young Entrepreneurs Program, and I had the wonderful pleasure of meeting our next speaker, Alana Andrews. I believe as successful leaders, we have a responsibility to be there to help uplift our next generation of future leaders. I believe that if you really want to change the world, you have to inspire young people. That's how you change the world. I believe every person sitting in this room can make or do small gestures to leave a lasting impact on a young person's life. As a community, we have the opportunity to do that today. Our next speaker is only 14 years old and has recently written her second book. And I am honored to announce that we have the privilege to do her official book launch here at the conference. And I want to encourage all of you to stop by her table at the celebration party and show your support tonight by purchasing her book. For $10 may not be much to you, but to a young person that is working to make a lasting impact on this world, it can mean everything. Please help me welcome Alana Andrews.
Hello, how's everyone? Thank you for that amazing introduction. I'm so incredibly thankful for Mrs. Tina Johnson for believing in me and allowing me this opportunity to speak in front of you all today. For the past 14 years, my parents have been depositing words of strength, wisdom, courage, and most of all, self-confidence in me. From birth, my mom began nursing me, and she would tell me each day that greatness lives in me. She would tell me that I'm beautiful and that I can do anything I put my mind to. For the first 3 years of my life, that's all I heard as I lay next to her. Can you imagine an infant being told that greatness lives in her every single day? The impact that it has on our brain in the first 5 years is astounding. Although I didn't quite understand what she was telling me, my innermost being understood, and my brain was being wired to believe all the positive things she was telling me. Research from First Things First shows that from birth to age 5, words and environments plays a major role in shaping how the brain develops. I now understand why my parents were so focused on creating an environment that would help me develop courage to decide who I choose to become. And since they were constantly telling me that I am great, I believed them and decided that I wanted to become great. Keep in mind that it's not just becoming great, you have to have a desire to be great. And in order to be great, you have to do things that others won't do in order to have things that you want to have. I don't say this to impress you. I say this to impress upon you the need for my generation to not only understand the power of self-confidence, but the urgency for each of today's youth to develop this skill. When you're confident, you'll think for yourself instead of having others think for you. When you're confident, you weigh the consequences of your decisions instead of being misguided by peer pressure. When you're confident, you'll feel big, brave, and bold enough to dream your biggest dream because you know you can and will achieve each one of them. When you're confident, you won't make excuses because you know that when you make excuses, you make limitations. And being confident is all about being limitless in a limitless universe. Confidence can be built in many ways. And for me, my dad began building it at the age of 4 by playing tennis with me. He embedded 5 lessons for winning in life by believing in me and my ability to achieve greatness. Lesson 1, staying power. Before you can win at any game or anything in life, you must first believe that you can. And in order to do so, you must have what I call staying power. because there will be some times when you want to quit because it's too challenging or too uncomfortable. Those are excuses that limit you to achieve your dreams. And if you have no excuses, you have no limitations. As a young female entrepreneur, my mindset is different from my peers, which causes me to think about situations in a different way. In middle school, I had a clear vision of what I wanted to achieve and who I wanted to become. I was very focused, and to me, that was normal. However, my peers didn't see it that way. Each time I would accomplish a goal, they would make remarks about how I'm a try-hard. Although I didn't quite understand what a try-hard meant, I knew it was delivered as a criticism. Nevertheless, each time they would criticize me, they were making me stronger. For I knew that I had to have staying power to get through what they couldn't see yet was me simply working towards my dream. At a young age, I learned how to take all the negativity and turn it into a positive. Whether I was running for a class president, writing my first book, or launching my first company, it didn't matter. Although they tried to use their words to stop me, I took it as a compliment that identified my ability to achieve greatness. Lesson 2, be consistent. Oftentimes, we make goals to better ourselves, and we set high expectations for how we should complete them that we end up maybe missing them. A way that I've been able to achieve my goals is by being consistent. I remember playing tennis with my dad. He would bring out a huge bucket of 300 balls, and the first thing he would tell me is that we were going to work on my serve. For me, to get through a bucket, I had to remain consistent. There are so many days of training and so many balls. Some would go over the net and some would go over the fence. However, I remained consistent, and eventually I had perfected my serve. One summer, my mom put me in a writing camp, and one of the first projects that we had to work on was to create a vision board. On my vision board, I included all of my dreams. I dreamed of attending Stanford University, playing on the high school tennis team, writing my first book, launching my first company, and being a motivational speaker. Today, I've accomplished over half of those goals. I didn't accomplish them by just writing down on paper what I wanted to achieve in life. I had to remain consistent for each one of them. Lesson 3, be mentally tough. With the onset of social media, it is extremely challenging for teens, especially girls, to find a place in this world to pursue their field of interest. In order to reach new heights, we must often go through the challenges of social media. For example, young teens are often prisoners to what others may think or say about them. They frequently compare themselves to who they assume has a better look or more attractive appearance. Lisa Nichols once said, "A lot of people don't become who they want to be because they're too attached to who they've been." You have to be willing to let go of everything and everybody. I've embedded this mindset, as I understand that it's one thing for me to say I want to be a businesswoman, but in order for me to become, let me repeat that, in order for me to become a businesswoman, I have to be willing to let go of everything and everybody. This includes letting go of the opinions on social media and the peer pressure of others. Don't get me wrong, I am a teen, and I do like to do things that a lot of teen girls like to do, like going shopping and having fun. But in life, there always must be a balance. And that balance includes working hard and playing hard. This requires having a focused and strong mindset. A lot of teens judge themselves on how many friends they have or likes they have on social media, which can deflate their self-confidence and decrease their success in school. They're growing up believing that they're not good enough. But what is good enough? Being good enough is how you define it. Lesson 4, quitting is never an option. My dad has been my example of seeing what it means to never give up. He's told me many stories about how he succeeded in life through believing in himself and refusing to make excuses for anything. I've become a student through listening, observing, and asking many questions. One of the greatest lessons I have learned is to keep moving forward, regardless of any challenges that may present themselves as obstacles. I have had some times where I had to wear many hats, such as being the CEO of So Positive, the president of my new initiative SPY, a friend and an honor student. It's easy to make an excuse like, I'm tired or I don't have time. But it's not that we don't have time, it's that we don't make time. Instead of making excuses, I make paths towards progress because I know that what I do today will affect my tomorrow. As a young female entrepreneur growing up in a society that is accustomed to having women work extra hard to earn their place in this world, I'm committed to giving 100% so I can be 100% for that next young entrepreneur dreaming to have a place in this world. Lastly, I would like to share how my commitment to helping others has kept me focused and grounded to my cause. By doing this, I have created a company that is focused on helping others develop high self-confidence through innovative products and services. As a Silver Award Girl Scouts, I understand the importance of service and giving back to the community. As a result, I have created the So Positive initiative in my high school, and we will be going to elementary schools to speak to fifth graders about the importance of self-confidence. As I close out, I would like to leave you with a quote written by an unknown author. These are my go-to words for inspiration and motivation, and I hope that they can be the same for you. Never give up. What happened yesterday was another day. Today is a new day. So get back on track and move closer to your dreams and your goals. You can do it. I'm Alana Andrews. Thank you so much.
Okay, we have so much in common, don't we? It's amazing.
Now that was amazing, wasn't it? And she has the audacity to have pearls on. How about that? Congratulations. We're so proud of you.
Thank you.
Blessings to you. Blessings to you. Woo, give her another hand. I love that. Love that. I don't think I was that cool or smart or good looking or have the self-confidence when I was 14. Wow.